Is this going to be the last session?
This is the last session, yeah. Definitely the last session. Okay. So, Peach Pals, after surfacing from the bottomless pits of Bellinor back into the city of Azeron, into civilization, finding it completely alienating to begin with, you have received your reward from the Queen, 25,000 gold pieces to be spent upon the fortification and the expansion of the Bloodcurrent estate into a base of operations for the Peach Pals. So we pick up just outside the Castillo Verano. You have, I'd say, probably a week to set your affairs in order. So is there anything that you want to do in that time? It could be individual, or it could be as a group.
Have we got any quests or any miniature little things that we
What was that? Oh no, did we solve the girl's spirit in a box?
No, you still have the box.
Oh, I thought we solved that.
I think you gave the box to you gave it to Odor Oberyn, the Archmage, to look at. So effectively, you've put it on pause. He's inquiring about it.
Oh.
So we could go and see him and see if he's got any update on it.
You have a lot of junk to sell.
Oh yeah, can we just pretend we've gone to a shop now and go through it all?
Yes, we immediately go to a shop and sell everything.
You can just go to a shop now.
Yeah, let's
you need
go
to identify a lot of it. Also, for those of you based in the city, so Wade, you might want to check in with your son.
Oh yes.
Gigantor, you might want to check in with your employees. Wade, you also might want to check in with your employees. Creamy, you might want to check in with your mum and step sisters, effectively. Tavron, you might want to. You might be impatient for setting off towards Cassia to find your dad. And Kurek, you might want to either check in with the priests of Kelemvor or with the Temple of Bane, even. Or mull over what your what you found about your father.
The last time I went to Bane, they tried to pretty much kill me. So maybe they need some justice.
Should we do all those things you suggested sequentially in order?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe we should start with selling some shit.
Yes.
That sounds fantastic.
So you have some jewels.
We'll go to our main man, the guy we usually see.
Yeah. What's his name?
Did we identify this black ring made of dark metal
Yes,
Onyx
you
gem
did.
glows soft red. What was that again?
It was a ring of Find Familiar.
Oh yeah,
Cast Find Familiar once per day, and it's always the form of a black cat.
but it could be cursed. We don't know. Fuck it, I'll put it on.
You don't see any ill effects.
And I cast Find Familiar Black Cat.
Black cat appears.
I should be able to speak to the cat. Because I telepathically, if it's Find Familiar.
Yeah, you can speak telepathically to it.
What? Who are you then?
Ah.
Wait, can I not understand cat?
You understand it as a greetings of sort. Basically, the way the spell works, I've refined since the last campaign. You can telepathically give it commands, which it will obey, but it's still a cat.
Okay. I don't really know what to do with this now.
So it's a big black fluffy cat with a huge tail, like another cat I know.
Well, we'll just take it around with us.
Last cat I saw, I threw it onto a spike.
Oh yeah.
The cat's useful in that it's an exceptional scout. If it takes any damage, it just poofs out of existence, and then you can recast it the next day.
Yeah, I don't really know what to do with this now. Should we just go and sell some shit?
Sounds good.
What is our man's name?
Oh man.
Christoval. So you go to Christoval's Crystals. Welcome back, my friends. Have you got anything to sell me? I always look forward to your visits.
Well, we've got shitloads, mate.
You have.
Got this size diamond, have I?
Is he searching through our stuff?
No, I'm telling you as the DM. You have some jade dust.
How about some jade dust?
I can give you 10 gold pieces for that.
Nice. Who's gonna total this up?
DM.
DM.
The DM's not doing that.
Can you just write it by the item so we can then just total it up at the end?
I'll just add the gold. I'll write the gold down. There you go.
Does it do sums?
I think probably it does sums. 10 plus 1.
Oh, en route, could I very quickly nip to the bank and exchange this 6,380 copper pieces for actual normal money?
Yeah. So you get from that, what is it? 6,000, so it'd be 630, whatever it is, silver pieces, or 63 gold pieces.
Excellent.
How much have we got in our bank?
You have in your bank account. Where did I put the bank? God, there's so much in this campaign. Here we go. Oh no, it's not there. Peach Pow's current account, 6.5%. You've got 3,257 gold pieces in there.
Wow.
I love that we set up an interest rate. So in depth.
So you have also. So you have a bag of incense, which you won't be able to sell here, but you could sell at the spice market with Watto.
Yeah, cool. Oh no.
You have a large sapphire.
How much, mate?
Oh, this is a thing of beauty. What an exquisite gem. I've never seen the likes.
She isn't for
you
sale.
1,000 gold pieces for this beautiful gem.
I think you can do a little bit better with such a beautiful gem.
Do you?
Persuasion.
No, 1,000 pieces. As always, friends, my prices are very fair.
Okay.
I think you'll find, as a very prestigious paladin of the realm of what I am,
Oh,
that could be quite
So eloquently spoken.
persuasive.
Dramatic pause.
Pause for effect. Deception. No. Perception. Persuasion. There we go.
Oh,
17. You don't have advantage. I think you'll find my prices are very fair, friend.
well, there we go. 1,010 we've got so far.
You have a small diamond.
Okay.
What's the value?
A fist-sized
Beautiful,
diamond.
beautiful. 300 gold pieces I can do you for this beautiful gem.
Okay.
Hang on 1 second. Hang on.
No more
I had this
haggling.
valued by another jeweler, and they said 1,000 gold pieces.
Sorry, we don't know this man.
So, 1,310.
I would find your. I would take deep offence at your going to another jeweler after our very explicit deal, where it was understood that I would always give you a fair price for as long as you come here. But seeing as you are obviously lying, I will let this pass for once.
I meant it only in jest.
Silver powder, which Christopher gives you 50 gold pieces for. A larger diamond. Marvelous. Exquisite diamond. 500 gold pieces for this.
Oh, I think you could do a bit better. I'm not even going to roll.
I'll tell you, this guy is taking the fucking piss, lads. I whip out a shotgun. You better
I
do
think
something
that's it.
better. Oh, fuck's sake, shitty rolls.
Okay. I hear that the diamond market is rising recently.
I don't think we could have rolled any worse on any of this.
So you complete your transaction with Christopher. You still have a number of items that remain to be identified. So there's the mask of a bat creature, robe with lots of pockets in.
All with holes in.
And I think that's it.
With those braces that I tried, can I get them uncursed so I can actually just wear them, or will they always be cursed?
They're not granting you strength, they're turning you into an ogre. So make an Arcana check. You don't know. You have no idea.
Now. Okay. So we got 1,306. No, 1,860. Can you add that to our? Well, I'll just put it in mine for the moment, and we'll just put it in the bank. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Invest it in our new fort.
We've got 2,012. I've got 2,020 gold pieces at the moment now.
Nice.
And 100. Oh, I've got 100 platinum as well.
Do we just how do we identify everything just from resting?
You've got enough time. Like I said, like a week is going to go past before the next event.
Let us spend a few days contemplating these items.
Yes, let's identify every item in this.
Okay, so of the magic items, you have a jar with the eye that keeps blinking is the eye of a cleric preserved in alcohol. When an undead creature comes within 100 foot of the jar, the eye darts about as if it's looking in panic. It otherwise remains motionless.
It's pretty useful.
That's good. We will keep this eye.
The robe with lots of pockets is the robe of useful items. This robe has cloth patches of various shapes and colours covering it. While wearing the robe, you can use an action to detach one of the patches, causing it to become an object or creature it represents. Once the last patch is removed, the robe becomes an ordinary garment.
How many patches is there?
The robe has 2 of each of the following patches: dagger, bullseye lantern, steel mirror, 10-foot pole, hempen rope 50-foot coiled, and sack. In addition, the robe has 44 other patches. The DM chooses the patches or determines them randomly. Well, let's determine them randomly because that's more fun. Does someone want to roll? Let's roll a 44. 9. Okay, so let's roll 9. 9d100. Okay, 56. A pit. A cube 10 foot on a side, which you can place on the ground within 10 foot view. That's
Cool.
good. 31.
Cool.
Wooden ladder, 24 foot.
Good.
Wow. Wow.
65. 4 potions of healing.
Yeah.
Nice.
94. Window, 2 foot by 4 foot, up to 2 foot deep, which you can place on a vertical surface you can reach.
Oh,
pretty
so you
cool.
can see through it.
Yeah. 22. Iron door, up to 10 foot wide and 10 foot high, barred on one side of your choice, which you can place in an opening you can reach. It conforms to fit the opening, attaching and hinging itself.
This is a pretty cool garment.
4. A bag of 100 gold pieces.
Very nice.
Let's use that one.
I think it's all of these, isn't it?
39. Yeah, it's all of these. Another wooden ladder, 24 foot. 19. Another iron door, and 68. Another 4 potions of healing.
That's a pretty good robe.
Should we take 100 gold pieces and then sell it?
That's a ridiculous robe.
It's a very good robe to have on if you get in a tough situation like being imprisoned.
Well, I may take that robe, thank you.
It's also a very good robe if you get all of your stuff removed for any reason.
Would I be able to wear it alongside my...
You didn't get 84 to 90, which is 2 mastiffs.
2 mastiffs what?
You just conjured 2 mastiffs in front of you.
Story of my life.
Can I wear a robe with my mantle of spell resistance?
I would. Does this require concentration? It does not require. It does not require attunement or concentration. I'd say you can.
Nice. Does anyone mind me having
Let
a
me
robe?
just double check.
No, you can have it.
Nice. Can I find this robe on Roll20? Yes.
Put it on now.
Yeah, you can.
Can't wait to see
You'll
what
need
the
to
curse
write
is.
down those things. I'll make a note later when the recording goes up because I can't even remember what I just said.
Cool. I will. I've got some more jewellery actually to sell.
And the other thing is that you identify is the mask of a bat creature. So this is this mask of the bat grants you blind sight 60 foot.
Oh, does the other chumney buy? Would he have bought this fine steel crown with a pearl? This jewel guy.
Yes. Oh, I wrote that down somewhere. I think I know what that was.
I thought it was nothing.
The fine, yeah, it wasn't magical. This is a beautiful piece. Where on earth did you find this?
I just found it, is all.
I can give you 1,000 gold pieces for this.
I can only accept 5,000 gold pieces.
Well, then you will have to keep it.
Why is it so valuable?
It's just a beautiful, beautiful piece. The pearl is exquisite. The detailing is exquisite. I'm sure that this piece will have some kind of rich lore, some history, which will make it very profitable for me. But
I hear the pearl market is rising. We'll make a good profit on 5,000 gold pieces.
But by our agreement, I think 1,000 is a fair price. I can certainly sell it for a small markup on that.
Assuming it has no ritual.
What's that, sorry?
You can sell it for a small markup, assuming it has no ritual on it. That is.
Well, yes. I assume that it's not enchanted.
Have we identified it already?
Yes, it is mundane, if not exquisitely made.
Yes,
Shall we,
you can have it.
Okay, I'll add that to ours. 3,000.
What's blind sight then?
Blind sight is that you can see any creature within 60 foot of you, even if they're invisible. You can see in the dark. You can even see in like magical darkness.
Wow, that's good. Tavron, that would suit you with your sneak attacks and everything.
Sounds dreamy.
Well, Tavron.
Could have stuck my head into that deep pit.
Oh.
Are you putting the mask on?
Yeah, fuck it.
Immediately, Tavron's head turns into a grotesque bat-like creature,
Nothing
emulating the
different.
mask. The effects still work. You have blind sight. You basically now have echolocation. You can't see. Your eyesight goes black. You're blind.
Oh, no, really, is that what you do?
What? Go, 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 go.
You have advantage on perception checks that require hearing. You can't. If you become deafened, you also can't see. And your face is a horrible bat creature. You look like a monster.
Tavron, you're looking very well.
Stunning.
I got coronavirus.
You try and speak, but all that comes out is some screeches.
Can I take the mask off?
Unfortunately not. It is glued to your face.
Fucking brilliant.
From rat to bat.
Who would
Okay,
buy this
then.
lead ink?
Sorry?
This chap wouldn't buy lead ink, would he?
No.
Would he buy a gold magnifying glass?
Oh, this is a lovely piece. I'll give you 100 gold pieces for it.
Yes.
What did
Yeah.
that magnifying glass do?
It was just a nice magnifying glass.
Was it the wizard's magnifying glass?
Yeah.
I've also got a green jade ring.
I can give you 10 gold pieces for that, I believe.
And then a gold bracelet.
I can give you another 10 gold pieces for that.
Okay. What else have I got? You wouldn't be interested in a winter wolf's pelt?
Not for me, I'm afraid.
Well, that's all I've got, I believe. Yeah.
I think we definitely need to visit the spices guy.
Well, we should sort out the bat head. I think Tavron likes that.
Can someone like dispel magic or something?
I think this needs someone to remove a curse. Can we try and pull it off?
I mean, I can dispel magic. I think.
Pull what off?
Oops.
Oh! Oh, I'm making fun of the Batman.
Man.
Oh, the Batman.
Oh no, what have I done?
Oh, someone's gone.
Yeah, something happened to my
Yeah.
browser.
Did you click the thing that looks like an X?
Yeah, there's this big X in the right hand. No, it disappeared out of nowhere. Maybe I.
Is 1 platinum worth 10 gold?
Yeah.
So 100 platinum, we've got 1,000 gold there as well.
Yeah, you're cash rich now. You've got, like 6,000, 7,000 gold, actual gold, and 25,000 gold in property.
Oh, yeah. Did we decide on a manor house?
No, you haven't yet.
I think that's the only thing we can afford, isn't it?
No, we can afford loads. I had a good think. I think what we could do with it is we could get a fortified tower, which is worth 15 grand, and that comes with the stables for free, so you get a mount. And we could also afford to put on it an armory, a siege workshop, and either a magical enchanter who can enchant weapons, or a chapel where you can cast spells 2 levels higher than your base.
Oh,
What about a tavern?
I like that plan. That's good.
No,
Yeah.
Tom wants a shit tavern.
What about a bat cave?
Taverns make you money, though.
Yeah,
Gluttony.
we need siege weapons. We don't need money. We're cash rich.
Well, we've got more money that we could build a tavern as well. How much is that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Where did you send it on WhatsApp?
Yeah.
We got WhatsApp.
Right, Creamy, are you casting Dispel Magic on this mask?
Oh, you're still waiting for me to do that.
Too busy being mocked.
You look like a twat.
If the bat wants to play, he'll play.
Okay, so I need you to roll a spell check. So roll a d20 and add your spellcasting modifier to it.
Okay. Charisma is my spellcasting ability, so
Well, no, oh yeah, I think it's the same.
so 8 for my d20 plus 4.
Unfortunately, the mask stays on. For a moment, you see the form of the mask appear and the bat face sort of transform into the shape of the mask, and you see Tavron's the sides of Tavron's face behind it, but the magic is too powerful and it reforms the bat face around his head.
For fuck's sake.
Sorry, Tavron.
Or was that Dispel Magic?
Yeah.
I have Dispel Magic, don't I? No.
Do you?
Do you have Dispel
Okay.
Curse?
I don't have Dispel Curse. Does Dispel Magic work?
You take me to get this fucking bat face off me.
I have no idea what he's saying. He's just screaming.
I don't think he's happy.
Are you going to try then, Wade?
Or Dispel Magic?
Yeah. So roll a d20.
No, can I remember how to roll?
No. Let me just check that Creamy didn't do it, because I don't think it is just your charisma modifier.
Rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1. Well, Wade definitely did not do it, but Creamy might. Let me just check.
He's made it a
First time
permanent
I've
effect.
cast this spell. Give me a break.
Yeah, you basically miss. An ear disappears for a second and then comes back. Okay, Bard. Okay, well, that's not helpful. Okay. Spell casting. Spellcasting ability is proficiency bonus plus your charisma modifier. So it would be, what was your proficiency modifier? 4.
4.
So plus your charisma modifier plus your proficiency bonus, which is what?
I have no idea. What is it?
It says on your character sheet, but
Oh, 3.
So it's 8 plus 7.
15.
15. You are at the edge of your ability, and you'll find it very hard to close the spell. You can see Tavron's face materializing and the bat face diminishing, and you just manage to hold on and finish the spell, and the mask clangs to the floor. Still cursed, but the momentary dispel magic removed it for that moment.
Nice.
And Tavron, you are back to normal.
Easy.
I did your ear.
Yeah. Wade's effort did a insignificant amount of help.
Brutal.
Okay. Have we got anything more to sell?
Where are we again?
Currently, you're at
Is still the
Crystal
jeweler guy?
Crystals,
Yeah.
which is, I believe, in the old town.
Yeah, I'm not sure we've got anything. We had a fist-size thing and a small diamond, but I think
Yeah, it
we've
was a
done those.
fist-sized sapphire, which you sold for 1,000 gold
Yeah.
pieces.
Let's see if we've got anything in the backlog.
Yeah, Christobal's Crystals is here on Jeweller's Street, near your bank.
No, I think I've sold everything that I had.
We got the spices and that then? Or dust?
Yeah. The spice guy, does he take like dust? Like non-edible spices?
What dust have you got?
I definitely had some dust on me. Oh, I've got some green dust. Green dust, 10 GP's worth. That's the only information I've
I
got.
think that was jade dust, so the Christobal's guys would have bought that off you.
Okay.
Wow. So you want to buy it then? Should we add that
So
to
you're
the
the
old
spice
thing?
guy. So you have, from your treasure in the hag, you have
What's the spice guy called?
Ooh.
Watto.
Got a bag of incense worth 250 gold.
Yeah. You have one of those. Oh, you're back! What have you got to sell me?
This bag is worth 250 gold.
Oh, I can give you 250 gold pieces for that.
There we go.
Okay.
3,400 gold now.
What else have we got?
Plus another 1,000 in, well, 100 platinum for 1,000 gold.
Would you like to buy a jar of eyes?
Of spice?
Eyes? You can turn them into spice. Dry them out.
Oh no, I've no market for eyes.
They were once spice boys.
No eyes, only money.
Would he buy lead? Lead ink?
Oh, no lead ink from me, no. But you'll find in the market the lead ink. They buy with the paper.
Okay. Don't think I've got anything on me now.
I think that's
So
it.
for the sake of expediency, you do manage to find, after some hours, a man to sell you your lead ink for...
Hours? Fucking hell.
Sorry?
It took hours to find this guy.
Well, an hour, I'd say, of asking around. It was not obvious.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you should market yourself a little bit better, mate. It took me fucking hours to find
Unfortunately,
you.
he will only give you 10 gold pieces for it.
Nah, I'm not interested in selling anymore.
Yeah, can I keep it for my calligraphy?
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine ink.
Lead ink, eh? Okay.
So we've
Okay.
got everything.
Is there anything else you want to do? You need to discuss with the architect at the Blood Current Estate what you want to build, and if any of you want to do anything on your own or in a group, now is the time.
Let's do all those things that you said earlier.
Yeah, I definitely want to chat with Sweet
Tavern.
Strawberry.
2,500 gold pieces.
Okay, so Creamy is going to head to Sweet Strawberry. So are you going on your own or with anyone else?
Well, I'm going to the Drizzling Plunge, lads.
Well,
No.
I've got 3,400 gold, so yeah.
That sharp, the man of God.
The once man of God.
Okay, so you arrive at the Drizzling Plunge. Sweet Strawberry is behind the desk. Oh, Creme, my girl. I feared you were dead. Oh,
It's strange we have such dissimilar accents, isn't it?
you have inherited your father's accent.
Well, yeah, I did want to ask you something about that. When I was, I don't know how much you know of what I've been doing, but I've been killing some witches, and then I nearly died.
For peaches and for bubbles.
Yes.
Are they avenged?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you don't need to worry about that.
Good.
But before, they said something, the witches. They said something about my true heritage, and even though they were my mortal enemy, I feel like I believe them a bit. So I thought I might come and chat to you about it.
Well, she sighs and she holds her hand to her mouth in thought for a moment, and she looks away from you, look at her feet, and eventually she picks her head up and she looks you in the eye. I lied to you, Creme.
You fucking whore. That's just a term of endearment. I mean, she literally is a prostitute.
When you had your name translated, and you came up with bathwater, was it?
Yeah, I guess like a cleaner. He must have been a weedy orc.
I said that it was true, and I believed you. I didn't question you, but that is not what that name means. Close, you were close, but
Dullcuck doesn't mean bathwater.
dull is to bathe. That is correct. But cook is a tricky word in in Orcish. It means water, yes, but also blood. To orcs they are indistinguishable. Dulcuk is the one that bathes in blood.
Creamy bloodbath. Oh, that's a much better name.
Your father was a strong man, powerful man, but a terrible man. One that, a warrior. I was afraid of him.
So hold on a minute. I'm the daughter of an amazing warrior, and I'm a stupid bard. Do you know how many times I used vicious mockery in a fight?
Too many.
If only you had
Creamy,
other spells.
you have forged your own path. You have done everything yourself. You have conquered terrible enemies, and you have done it on your own terms, not by your father's terms, not by my terms at all. Everything you have achieved is by your own will, and I am so proud of you. Of everything
Well, that's
you have done.
nice. Anyway, that's probably everything.
Oh, my daughter, you know you are welcome here anytime. Please come back as soon as you are able.
I'll pop round.
And she gives you a big hug.
Okay.
Okay, is anyone else doing anything?
Yeah, could go and have a chat to the boys.
Can we
Hey.
put our gold coins and stuff like that in the bank? Because I can't actually. I'm actually carrying way over my limit, so I can't move.
Sacks and sacks of gold. Okay, Gigantor picks up the gold and deposits it in the bank on his way down to his warehouse.
Cool.
So how much is going in the bank?
Well, should we just stick it all in?
Yeah, might as well.
For now,
For the sake of ease.
it's an instant access ISA, right?
Have we got a bank card?
So currently you've got 3,257, and how much are you putting in?
3,400 gold and 100 platinum.
3,500. No, 4,500.
4,400.
Okay. So you're up to 7,657.
Nice.
Okay. Gigantor, you make it to the, where is your place? Oh yeah. You make it to your warehouse in Port Marin, where this adventure started all those weeks ago.
Excellent.
Password.
Do I know the password? I assume I do. It's me, Gigantor.
Oh, sorry, boss. Here you go. And he creaks open the door, revealing the hulking figure of Boric. Things seem to be as much as he left them. People going about their business. Where's my NPCs? Narciso is strangely absent, though.
Boric, I seem to remember I put the boys on a bit of an errand. A weekly or monthly errand to get me money every month. Have we seen any profits from that?
Oh yeah. Oh, there's 180 gold for you there, boss.
Oh, very nice. So
At
the
this
boys.
point, Narciso comes down the stairs from your office. He's looking very shaken.
What's this? So what do you think you're doing in there, son?
Oh, boss, I didn't know you were still alive. But we've been keeping the place ticking over. But just had a visit from one of the higher ups. There's someone waiting for you in the office, boss. They seem important.
Fuck's sake, alright. I go upstairs to the office.
Waiting there is a cloaked figure. Taking down his hood, you see it's a tiefling with long, resplendent, curved horns. Deep red skin, almost burgundy, leathery, and orange eyes staring at you with a little thin beard and well-trimmed moustache. Ah, the famous Gigantor.
Do I know you?
Take a seat, please. We have been watching your maneuverings with great interest, and we have decided that your talents are wasted in the petty political squabbles of the gangs of Azeron. We'd like to take you to the upper echelons of the society.
Ooh, sounds excellent.
Gone will be your dealings with rooks and crows. From this moment forward, you will be a raven. A raven of the Night's Gift. You will report to me with a weekly message, a monthly message. Send it directly here. I will receive it.
And who are you exactly? Who should I make the letter out to?
At this point, that is not important. And he hesitates. The head of the organization is very keen that you continue your adventuring trajectory. And now this is very explicit.
Sure.
He's looking for a phylactery, a magical item of great import. If you find something matching this description, you are immediately to contact me.
Where might I find this phylactery?
Unfortunately, it is lost. But it is somewhere on this continent, hidden. The last person that saw it alive was the rogue and mercenary Eric Breakfast.
Ah, yes, Eric Breakfast. I think I know him. Do I know him from this campaign?
You've heard of him. He's the man that the Breakfast Club is named after. He was a hero that died about 50 years ago in the Zapotec rebellion.
Yeah, okay.
And he was getting on a bit then.
Yes, and what might this object look like exactly?
That too is uncertain.
Well, there's not a lot to go on, is there? It's lost and no one knows what the fuck it is.
Yes, it does seem an impossible task, but am I not talking to the man that helped defeat the witches of the Yawning Moor? That seems like an impossible task to me also.
Not the man, my friend, the giant.
Well then, we will update you on any news that we receive concerning this. I believe that you have already been inquiring as to the solicitors, Bartimus, Brackett and Blot. That would be a good place to start.
Yes.
Oh.
And just to get this clear, I only have to speak to you once a month and I get fully paid.
Yes, you may send a raven here, send a message to your underlings. Now, Cisso will be taking control of the operation here.
And how much would I be
lieu of
getting
your-
paid for this task?
With the discovery of magical artifacts, we will pay you handsomely. And there will be expenses that I'm sure we can come to an arrangement at later.
Very nice.
He bids you, he takes a deep bow and puts his hand together and says, Raven Morglath Malu. And then clicks his fingers and disapparates.
Well, I slap my braces to my chest and strut my stuff out that place. Select a case, sir.
Okay, is there anything else anyone wants to do?
Shall we head and talk to the architects and get our thing built?
I need to see Huckleberry de Bloodcurrent.
Well, the
yeah.
architect is at the De Bloodcurrent estate.
And where is
Yeah.
Wade's son?
Also there.
Ah,
Okay, so
Oh, I need to collect my wages as well. I briefly do that.
okay, I can't remember what it was, but let's just say it was about 200 gold pieces.
Is that what they pay me?
They don't pay you a lot. I think it was like 50 a week or something.
Oh.
Yeah, surprise, surprise. Risking your life in dark dungeons for treasure is more lucrative than working as a city guard captain.
Stop.
Okay, so you travel up the outskirts of Azeron, past the various villas on the outskirts, grand villas, much grander than the De Bloodcurrent villa. That's the De Silva villa, the Del Reyes villa, and finally the De Bloodcurrent villa. And you find Huckleberry waiting there.
Huckleberry.
Sorry?
Huckleberry.
Huckleberry is Wade's son.
Huckleberry.
Huckleberry de Bloodcurrent. Huck to his friends.
Cuck.
I presume
His friends call him Huckleberry.
I presume this is where the girls have been staying as well.
Against their will.
Is that a yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So Huckleberry comes up to Wade. Father, I'm glad to see you.
The feeling is mutual, son.
I've while you're away, I've tried to get the vineyard working again. We've produced a few barrels. It was because of the dereliction of duty. The yield was not as high as previous years, but still, we've made a good 20 barrels. I think we can turn it around. I think this place can start producing again. I'm happy to put the work in if you'll let me, if you'll forgive me.
If you can double it in 3 months, then triple it in 6, then quadruple it in 12, then you can have a small stake, 3% of the profits.
He looks at you quizzically.
Only joking. You can have the standard amount that I would have given you.
Father, these ladies that are staying with us, nobody has quite given me a straight answer as to who they are.
Did I forget to do that? Well, there's your sister Jade.
Jade? That's Jade.
The one that looks like a female version of us.
I did notice some resemblance, but could not have imagined. And the others?
I forget.
It's
No,
Anna and Liz, I believe.
Hannah and Liz. Fine ladies. Perhaps you could find yourself a bride amongst them. Not in a predatory way. Woo her, but don't pursue too hard if they reject your advances. This is all great advice. Father to son.
Okay, I'll make sure that they're well looked after. I can't believe that Jade is alive.
Oh yes, that's very good. I'm very happy that our family has been restored. My wife is dead.
Okay.
So there's a gentleman here that with a short white beard, looks very formally dressed. He comes over to the party once your conversation is complete. Yes, I'm here to design the modifications to this building on behalf of Her Royal Highness.
Thank you.
So what exactly would you want done to this place?
Yes.
What we desire is what my good friend Giganto will illustrate, plus a tavern.
So we want a tower that is fortified.
Oh, it said on there that you need a certain amount of staff to run these places.
Yeah.
Tower seems pretty good for that kind of thing, though. You only need 10 skilled hirelings for that.
Okay. So, you want a fortified tower.
Yep.
Yeah.
An armory. Oh, also with an armory, it means all of the staff can turn into guards effectively if you get attacked.
With an armory.
Even if they're just little civilians.
Nice. What else do we want? A chapel?
Yep. Chapel.
While present within this expansion of the owners of this structure and their allies cast all divination spells as if the spell slots expended were 2 levels higher.
Hell yeah. I think Wade would like that.
And so there's the shard. Le shard.
Oh yeah, 'cause you're split, didn't you? And also I recommended a siege workshop so we could make some siege weapons. Which would be fucking ridiculous. You could make cannons.
So you want a siege workshop?
Next to the vineyard. Oh dear.
A siege workshop.
Okay. So how much is that going to set you back?
In
So it's
total,
15,000 for the tower.
it's 22,500.
Okay.
How much is a tavern?
2,500.
Oh, perfect.
Do we earn money from a tavern?
So you're getting a tavern as well? Or will it be a wine bar?
Yeah, wine bar. Wine bar / tavern. They do ales too, but it's mostly wine.
Do you earn money from
Do
having
you want it a tavern or an inn? Do you want people to stay there? Or do you want them to fuck off at the end of the
No, I
day?
need to fuck off at 12.
Well, it's quite out of town. I think you'd get more guests if it was an inn.
Okay, a wine bar / inn.
And a bloody wine tasting.
Like a
tour, is that-
chateau.
Do you get money for it?
You do, yeah.
Creamy could host the wine tasting.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's another 2,000, so that'd be 24,500.
It should be 25,000.
25. That's it.
Oh, 25.
Do we
Oh,
want
2,500.
Do we want anything else, or is that it?
I don't really think we need anything else.
So how many bedrooms do you want? A bedroom each?
We'll
Oh,
share
yeah.
one bedroom.
Don't I already have a bedroom?
Yeah, so in the manor as it stands, there is 1, 2, 3. Let me just save this. There's 2 bedrooms, 3 beds on the ground floor, and on the second floor there is a master bedroom and a second bedroom. But that's Huckleberry's room. Oh, sorry, there's 3 bedrooms because there's Jade's room as well, although it only has a cot in it at the moment.
I'll sleep in Jade's room. That's fine.
You'd have thought an estate would have more rooms.
It's a very small vineyard. So the architect writes down your specifications, says, I'm sure that is eminently doable. I will set to work immediately. And bows deeply and says, Sir de Bloodcurrant, the rest of the Peach Pals, I bid you good evening.
You think we had all been knighted from killing all these witches?
You've all got the Heart of Azeron.
Yeah.
The medal. So, as Midsummer draws to a close and High Summer begins, you settle back into your lives in Azeron. Things are very strangely quiet as you stay at the De Bloodcurrant vineyard. There's no dungeon delving, fighting monsters, sleeping in magical tents. It's all very calm and quiet. But as the month closes, the 3 girls you notice visibly start to deteriorate. Their health becomes poorer and poorer. Their bodies start to wither away, as if the magic of whatever was done to them is starting to take effect. You also notice that mirror that you had from the Feywild is starting to lose its reflection. It's becoming murkier and milkier. And as the month draws to a close, you fear that within a few days the reflection will be gone forever.
Don't we have to go to remove the curse from Jade's blood current?
But then even the Papal Mother said that she couldn't do it.
But wasn't there like a princess who could do it in the Feywild?
Oh, maybe go to see the Queen?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to look into the mirror in the same spot. Oh, what was it? I think it was the Papal Palace or something.
Yeah, we head to the Papal Palace, we take Jade, and we all have a look through the mirror.
You're taking all the girls, I presume.
Yeah, them too.
Yeah. He really doesn't care about the rest.
So you look through the mirror just outside the Papal Palace at what you see is the ruins of a castle, almost like a fairy tale castle with pointed towers, crumbling and covered in vines, surrounded by a lush forest. And as you look, the magic of the mirror takes hold, although it seems to take longer than it did previously. And you are transported through the mirror into the Feywild, where the colours are that more vivid, the smells are that much more intense, emotions run extremely high and extremely low, and you feel the energy of the place all around you. You're in a small grotto close to the castle, which is down in the valley below you. Sitting on a tree close to you, watching you as if he was expecting you, is the purple fey dragon, Pen, who you'd met before. Adventurers, well done in your quest. I sense that the Sisters of the Moor are no more.
Wow.
How poetic. The dragon.
I'm truly sorry for what must take place now.
Oh, God.
What?
Follow me, please.
Nah.
Why are you sorry?
He leads you, he heads off down the path towards the castle.
Can we get him to elaborate on why he's sorry?
He's already headed off. He's flying quite quickly.
I don't like look at this, boys.
Get that mirror ready.
You descend into the valley as the ruins of this castle rise up around you, and you start to notice the air filled with sparkling what are they called? Fireflies. Or are they fireflies? You catch a glimpse of a humanoid form with wings of a butterfly glowing brightly, just like a firefly, but of course these are swarms of pixies fluttering around your head. And music begins to drift and waft through the forest. Subtle notes of lyre and harp. The whole forest seems to be alive with fey creatures. You sense their eyes upon you. You don't know if it's with intrigue, with menace, or with curiosity. As eventually you come to a large forest clearing surrounded by the ruins of this castle, a courtyard of sorts. Rising from the centre of this courtyard, a tall throne made of carved oak, intricately patterned with flowers and feathers. Fey creatures gather around, hundreds of them, satyrs, redcaps, all kinds of weird and wonderful creatures watching you intently as a bright light appears from beyond the clearing, and walking into the clearing, into this court of the Seelie, a beautiful creature, like an elf, but with features extenuated, long ears, her form slender but incredibly tall. She must stand 8-9 foot tall, taller even than Gigantor, with eyes of piercing green and her skin patterned with what look like tattoos, or almost like runes of green, intricate calligraphy of leaves and flowers. She sits upon the throne, graceful, almost floating into it, and casts her eyes, a stern expression down at you, her hair golden, almost glowing. The dragon pen curls up on her lap. She sits there for a moment, her fingers crossed. You have been summoned here. Her voice silky and laced with magic. Accused of murder of my court. How do you plead?
Guilty.
At this, the court erupt with gasps and shock. The queen is expressionless.
I was only joking. Who did we murder?
I don't believe that you were joking. I know that you murdered my sisters.
What, you mean those witches we killed?
Those
In
witches
self-defense.
were princesses of the Fae, and you have intruded on our affairs, killed our royalty, my blood. How dare you? You notice around her.
They broke the law.
You notice around her gathering Eldarin soldiers and satyrs armed with spears that look menacing.
Well, it was you that threw them into the pits.
I cast them from the Fae. That is my business. But they were still my subjects, and you had no right to exercise your will over them, to slay them. You are heartless monsters. You should
Well-
be cast down.
Well, they slayed countless of innocent people over our time.
Lives of prime materials are of no consequence here in the court of the Sealy.
You're quite racist, aren't you, Queenie?
And who is this one? Old, withering, sad prime material man.
Yeah, you got his number there.
I'm here to ask you to remove this curse from my lovely daughter, and we'll be on our way. I'm very sorry about your sisters, but they did break the law, and the law in the prime material plane has to be honored, and they were in the prime material plane.
I thought you were going to say they broke the law and the law won.
Yes. And they broke the law and the law won. Is how I end that sentence.
Upon seeing the sisters, the Queen's face changes and she looks shocked almost, but also very intrigued. She stands down from her throne and stares intently at the sisters. Come here. A voice laced with magic, and the sisters are drawn towards her.
Is she going to turn them back into witches?
I'm having second thoughts about this process. Come here, Jade Bloodcurrant.
Their essence lives on within these prime material bodies.
Horcrux. Jade, jump through this mirror. With me.
She seemed not to be able to hear you.
Oh God.
I cast
mate.
Dispel Magic.
As you cast it, the Queen, without even looking at you, raises a hand and counters the spell.
Shit.
My sisters are gone. You have seen to that. But here is something of their magic that lives on. I will let your crimes pass and let you return to the prime material plane. If these three stay here with me, they will be transformed into something beyond what they currently are. Not what you fear. Not my sisters. Their time has passed. A new thing. Something of the Fae and something of the Prime. They will fit in here.
They are not for you or I to determine. They have their own minds. What do they want? Jade, do you want to spend time with father?
What a horribly abusive, loaded question.
Make a persuasion check with advantage, Wade.
Getting even worse. Grooming. Make a grooming check.
I don't grooming though.
So, yeah, what could it be?
The other two are quite keen on the Feywild, but Jade is quite keen on coming back. Isn't that right, Jade?
Do a sleight of hand on them.
You're right. They deserve to make up their own minds. We are the people of the free, and it would be wrong of me to impose my will on these young things. Girls, do you wish to remain here in my court, where you will be beautiful and young and full of power forever? Or do you wish to return with your father and wither away and die from the magic that was within you?
It's good. It's not as bad as it sounds.
Jade speaks up. I want to go home. I've had enough of all of this magic. I want to be with my blood for once in my life. The Titania thinks on this for a moment and says, I am your blood now, Jade the Blood Current, as much as that man there. Our blood runs with the power of the Fae. There is a place for you here. Jade says, no, I want to go home. I want to go back to the real world. Your wish is your own. But as for you, adventurers, your crimes cannot go unpunished. I'm prepared to make you a deal. I will cure 2 of these girls of their affliction so that they may live out their pathetic lives in the prime material plane. They will never be the same as they used to be. They will always be touched by the Feywild. There will always be a part of our magic with it living within them. One of them has to stay with me.
Any volunteers? Not you, Jade.
Jade looks at her sisters, who both look terrified. She swallows hard. And with that, the blood current Karen, she says, I'll stay.
No,
I'll stay.
no. I will stay in Jade's place. In fact, I will fight you now to the death.
You will fight.
Well, you leave me no choice.
We can fight if you wish.
Yeah, fight.
It will amuse me.
I'm not having my daughter be some plaything of some queenie from some outer space mad world shithole. Do whatever they like with her. No. She's coming back. This is an episode of Taken.
Okay. The Queen steps up to him, towards you.
Oh God.
Oh, Jesus. What the hell's going on here?
I'm trying to find the map.
Why are there these naked
so many.
ladies?
Oh, that was the Drizzling Plunge. I actually did make a map for it, but we never ended up using it.
Oh my God. You've made so many maps. Oh, she looks quite powerful.
What am I doing here?
Vicious mockery?
So is this it, Way to Bloodcurrent? Do you wish to die here?
Not particularly, but you're not very a moral queen, and I've always been the most moral person. Please don't kill me. I want to continue campaigning.
Titania raises her crystal wand and brings it striking down upon Wade the Bloodcurrent's head.
Jesus.
Where is she?
Can I roll initiative?
22.
Oh God.
That's a hit.
She does 8 bludgeoning damage plus 22 radiant damage.
That's not too bad.
Oh.
You're knocked prone.
Stop this madness.
I could destroy you all with ease. But I have a counter offer. I have lost my family thanks to you, and that is no small price. If I am to return your family to you and remove the last vestiges, the last trace of my sisters from this world, I require something in return. One of you must become my servant.
Not me.
I don't even know why I'm here.
Who's Jake?
Servant. Do I still have my own free will if I became your servant?
I would remake you.
That doesn't sound ideal.
You would become a warlock of the Archfey.
But I'm a paladin.
You would still have your paladin abilities, but from this day forward, you would go forth in my servitude. For you, Wade the Bloodcurrent, I cannot make this deal. A power beyond even I holds your soul in check.
You show great weakness.
What if you, Giantborn,
I did want
you
to
I
be a
could
warlock.
mould to my service?
And what would I get in return?
You would sacrifice a little of your strength, a little of your intelligence, perhaps a little of your constitution.
Oh my god.
In return, you would gain charisma, the power to draw upon the Fey magic. You would gain my patronage.
Is this the person I'd be taking into the next campaign?
Only if you wanted to.
Oh, I did want to be a warlock.
A warlock of the flame.
Um, yes, it does sound appealing. Would part of this transformation mean I actually gain an entirely new personality as well? Not that I had anything in mind already.
Alas, I can remake your body, but not your soul.
Yes. It seems like a odd decision for me to make on the fly, but I think it would be appropriate.
Then it is done. Our pact is sealed. You feel a strange magic begin to overtake you as the rest of you watch a sort of purple spiral, much like the spiral of the yawning maw that you gazed into previously, begin to envelop Morglath. Giganta, your strength is permanently reduced to 18. Your dexterity is permanently reduced to 10.
Hold on, let me get my character sheet.
I'm doing it.
Okay.
So you're 18, 10. I think your intelligence is permanently reduced to. So that's 1, 2, 3. I guess your wisdom can go down to. Your strength can go down to 9. That's 4. Was 8. Yeah. 8. And your charisma goes up to 16. I think that's it.
What's your new stats?
What do warlocks need?
Charisma.
Okay. Wait, so what just changed?
So your strength has gone down. Your dexterity has gone down, but it didn't change the stat. Your intelligence has gone down. It did change the stat. Your wisdom has gone down. It didn't change your stat. And your charisma has gone up by 6.
Excellent. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, effectively he's got the same total points, but they've just been completely reshuffled.
And I've got a fantastic idea for the next campaign now as well. After the...
Yeah. So you are now in you're bound in a pact with the Summer Queen herself. You are her servant.
And lover.
Maybe. Very well. The pact has been made. Our disagreement has been resolved, and you may return to the prime material plane. Your daughters, Wade the Bloodcurrent, will never be the same again. They've been marked by the magics of the Feywild, and they will carry their Fey ancestry forevermore. It will be both a blessing and a curse.
I think, given their lives so far, they're pretty fucked up as it is. But, but that's good to know. They're slightly magical.
She comes over to Gigantor, stands behind him, and places. She towers over him, and places graceful hand upon his shoulder, and leans into his ear and says, "I'll speak with you soon."
Fortune, my love.
This court is dismissed. the Fey creatures gathered around, watching intently, begin to disperse. The Summer Queen begins to ascend and levitate, and it dissolves into a cloud of fireflies. Father, it's gone. The ice in my heart is gone. I feel so much lighter. This is James speaking, by the way.
Ah. I'm glad you are feeling better. Now, let's go home.
So you use the mirror for a final time, and on return to the prime material plane, the mirror cracks and shatters into 1,000 pieces. So, you find yourself back in the prime material plane. Some of you changed permanently from the experience.
Awesome.
And the experience of facing the Summer Queen still ringing in your memory.
I could have had her.
Yeah, she was CR23. You could not. She made one attack at you. She gets 3 of those per round. And she rolled badly.
Yeah.
Do you know she's got 9th level spells, one of which is Wish.
Oh God.
We would have very much died.
She's by far and away the most powerful thing you've ever encountered.
I'm sad I didn't actually launch an attack.
Where is
What was her armor class?
I don't think it's a fantastic. 19.
It's pretty hard to hit.
What? How many hit points?
135.
That's not too bad actually. She just hits really hard there.
But she could just wish to be anything.
I wish to be immortal.
Yeah, she has legendary actions as well.
Yeah, it's quite a challenge.
I wish for all of these to be gone and die.
Tanya's beautiful presence hypnotizes one creature she can see within 10 foot of her. The target must succeed a DC 18 charisma saving throw or be stunned until Titania's next turn.
Titania, even the name's sexy.
Yeah, she's like one rung below gods. Archfey. They're like on the level of demon lords.
Demon Lord say what?
She could give Demogorgon a run for his money.
Right, that's what we got to do now. Where are we?
So you're back outside of the Castillo Verano in Azeron, as the last evening of Midsummer draws to a close, and your adventure in Midsummer Nights draws to a close with it.
Whee.
So we will pick up as you journey north towards Cassia for the next campaign.
Oh, well done, Jay.
Very good.
That was really
Yeah.
good.
Really good.
Very good.
Awesome.
Great stuff.
I'm a
That's the
warlock
end.
now.
Mm.
Hmm.
Yeah, so you're not a warlock yet, but you will start leveling up in warlock now from now on.
So am I? Hang on. So, will I be split, or will I be
Yeah, so you'll
levels?
still have all your barbarian abilities, and you'll start getting the warlock abilities as well. Should work quite well together because some warlock classes. So we need to have a discussion about what kind of warlock you want to be. But there's like one is Pact of the Blade, which I think would fit you quite well because it's more of a melee classed warlock.
Okay.
Actually, I think it's a Hexblade warlock.
Yeah, nice. I'll have a look into it.
Yeah, Hexblades are quite good. I'll send you a video about warlocks. I think that would work quite well with like a because you've still got 18 strength, so you're not quite as strong as you were. You have +4 rather than a +5, but you're still a really strong character.
I've still got 100 hit points.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. And so as soon as you level up in Warlock, you'll gain a load of cantrips as well, which are really useful. And you've got the Find Familiar ring.
Yeah, it was quite good actually, because I did want a dual class, but I didn't have the stats appropriate to do it. So that's worked out quite
so
nicely.
I thought like a nice... It kind of fits as well. Titania is like a... because she's a fey creature, even though she's the queen and she's more lawful than most fey, fey are inherently chaotic things. They're always interested in what's going on in the prime material plane and causing havoc there. And so to have a vessel of her own doing her will on the prime material plane is right up her street.
Very nice. Yeah, that's good.
Right.
I want to do with mine. I don't know if I want to keep with Kurak or do something completely different.
Well, so I'd encourage you to if there's something that your character you want to do, just let me know. Not in game, but outside of the game. Later editions of Dungeons and Dragons have got something called, some of the later campaigns have got something called like prophecies, where you can kind of roll like some like key events that you want to hit during your story progression. But we could do something similar. So when Jimmy wrote his character sheet, he kind of did that. And came up with like some like story elements that he wanted to incorporate that are still very much going to hit later.
Yeah, so for me, I'm sticking with Tavron.
Yeah.
A shame to have gone all the way through this and then be on the cusp of going back to Cassia.
I'm really looking forward to Cassia. Cassia's going to be completely different to Azeron. It's a matriarchal society, so like Creamy of the lot of so it's highly structured. Like elves are greater than any other race in Cassian society, and dark elves are greater than all of the other elves in Cassian society. But women have a more prominent role than men. So of the lot of you, Tavron would be considered to be the leader, but Creamy would also be considered to be a leader of sorts as well.
Interesting.
And it's a republic. It's run by like a series of powerful families. So it will be very political, and all the families are trying to get ahead of each other, either by marriage or fucking each other over.
That doesn't sound like a republic. That doesn't sound like a republic.
Well, so they have a senate of which is attended by the like I think it's 5 key houses of Cassia, and they have a couple of high senators that basically conduct the senate. And they're elected by, so it's kind of a mix. It's like a hereditary senate.
Interesting.
Right, I will bid you adieu then. When's the next WoW session?
Don't know, whenever you want. I'm usually keen most of the time.
Yeah, well, yeah, just let me know. I'm same. I don't have a life at the moment.
Yeah, whenever.
Could do Wednesday maybe.
That might work for me.
Yeah.
Seems that was
Put it in
generally
the chat. Put it in the
Yeah.
chat, and yeah.
Oh, and does anyone want to do a one shot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's leave it for next week. Let's have Monday. Would I do a session next week? But maybe Dave, if you want to aim for like the Monday after or after that one.
Are you referring to me as Dave there?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Unless anyone has something really specific that they've got that they want to do. Like I haven't. Yeah. If someone's got an idea they've been thinking of already, obviously don't let me go first if someone else wants to.
Yeah, I haven't got anything at the
I've got
moment.
anything.
I've got nothing.
Okay. Okay. Okay, I've got a few different things.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Not all of them are D&D based, so I'll they might just be a different sort of role playing, but we'll see.
Yeah,
I'll
no,
I'll put out to you guys and see what you might like.
Nice. Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. Catch you guys later then.
Cool.
See you later.
See you later.
GG.
Yeah.